Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Genesis. I'm your host, Renovate. And guys, we got our farm up and running. I like what's going on here. I had to make another one of these and then some more logistic pipes. And then I had to make this thing right here because I couldn't figure out how to get stuff sorted. And I forgot logistics pipes has a sorter, and it's this thing right here. This is a logistics sorter. I'll explain all this here in a second. But anyways, so what this does is if you go in here, you can set filters. So you can go to new item filter, go to item stack, put an item here, and then set the color. All right. And then it will send it to whatever pipe color that is, right? So we have blue as, if you look on here, we have blue as the lapis redstone, and then we also have the iron dust and the copper dust. We'll go over this too. And then the other two filters right now are just the mushrooms and the melons. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I have way too much wood in here. So we're probably going to take out all the wood. You can see here's our wood source. We really don't need wood anymore, to be honest with you, because we have power. So we don't need anything that's run by coal. We are going to need all these we are going to need all these melon slices and all these mushrooms for later. But I went and put the rest of the wood in here, and then we got the overflow of melons in here because this thing was getting backfilled, and it's probably gonna get backfilled again, which is gonna be a pain. I didn't put the 400 slot cards in here because if you go in here to, I guess it would be RF tools, right? RF tools, and you look at what the tier 4 is, it actually requires gold, and we don't have a lot of source of gold yet unless I go to the nether. That's what I'm working on, is trying to get a better source of gold. So we'll just use this because I can get enough just for the tier 3s. And so I just made another one of these. And so right now we got the redstone. Now this stuff I just took out because before we started recording, I just moved these over to here. So this is the iron, this is the copper. Now, this is where the iron and the copper was. This was the iron and this was the copper. If I dig down, you'll see, I guess I could just go ahead and do it so you guys can see. If I dig down, you can kind of see how this is done. So that's copper, and then you got the soul sand, and then dirt. So you're gonna have a copper block down there. The only problem that I'm having is it turns oxidized. So I don't know if that creates an issue or not. I don't believe it does. It doesn't seem like it does, but hopefully it doesn't in the later stages. But you can see there are fertilizers going up. Our humidity is good. Our water is good. This thing, after the most recent update, I think it was the 1.3 update, all my pipes disappeared. So I had to come back in here and fix this. So this has now got this, and then where is all our fertilizer already used again? Daggone, man, I just can't keep up with the fertilizer. I really can't, and I don't really have a source of fertilizer unless we make like a little, what do you call it, a recycling bin or whatever, so you can put all of the, I can put all the extra mushrooms, I can put all the rest of the melons. It's a Monday, guys, so my brain's like all over the place. I can put all the extra melons in there and make some bone meal. I guess that would be a thing. So we'll just have to get that going, or I can just keep doing our quest. We can just keep doing our quests over here and get some more of this, but I don't have this on right now. Well, actually we did, so let's go ahead and do that. Must have been some left in there. So if I put this in there, it doesn't use as much as what you think, but it is using a lot. So this section over here, so last episode we started this over here and we saw this, right? And then my brain wasn't working, and we went ahead and set up that whole power system. We had power sitting right here, but for some reason we went ahead and put power here. But it's a good thing that I did that because this wasn't working. So the way that they had this was these LV converters were sitting above this, and they were connected with a insulated cable. And nothing was coming up through it. It wasn't transmitting power at all. Because what I did was I took this apart here and ran a cable around and then connected it into that first one, and it wasn't getting any power. So I got on their Discord. If you guys ever have problems with this pack, go straight to FTB's Discord, go over to where it says Genesis, and there's tons of people in there that will help you. I'm sure some people in there will remember me talking about all this. I sent pictures and everything, but this wasn't working. So somebody said, well, hook it up to LV wire, and then it should work, because this is immersive engineering. And so if you take immersive engineering and then stick it into the back of this, it works. It does. So that's the way that you get these to work. Unless you guys are having it work fine, I couldn't get them to work at all. Like they would they all showed that they have 160,000 in there, but as soon as I ran this, it just drained them and they never got recharged. So that's what I did. Also, what I'm having a problem with is if you notice, if we look at a crop stick, let's get our little thing out here. You can see the light level there is 11 and light level over here is 9, right? This room back here was supposed to be a dark room. And if you notice, you see this light that goes all the way around the building, all the way around the floor. I guess there's these things called ghost lights, and I mentioned this in the previous episode, but it actually has to do with the this dimension, the way that the dimension is set up. I guess the framework of the dimension actually has lights in it or emits light, and they had put this in the back corner back here, and the cobblestone is what I added because the cobblestone is sitting where that light level would have emanated into. But I think what we're going to have to do is actually put another layer of cobblestone, because if you look at this light level here, we're at 13. This room's supposed to be dark. I mean, it's over here it's fine, but over there it's not. So I have the red weed sitting in here. We were using this to breed, but you can see it's 10 here, and then, but if I go over here, it's 13, here it's 11. And somebody had mentioned that it was the slabs on top of this building, so I tore all the slabs down and put cobblestone blocks. That didn't affect it at all. And then someone said the red wheat actually grows up to light level 12. So anywhere in here works fine. So I put it over here because I was trying to get some stuff to grow, and this one grew and then it stopped growing. So I don't know if it's the light level or if this plant here requires a different light level, so it's not growing, but everything else is growing except for I didn't want this anymore. But this is where we got the other plants. So this is how I got the what's it called? The ferro and the malachite. So the ferro is the iron and the malachite is the copper. So this is the copper. So it just spawned over here. I went ahead and made them 5-5 because when you do the quest, you actually get a 5-5 seed bag. If we need, I'm sure we're going to need a ton of iron. I'll probably break this one because we did get, if I go into here, we did get a 25, but only one of them. So I didn't want to waste it. I want to see if we can get some more. And so yeah, hopefully we're getting some dust now. Hopefully we are. So as soon as that grows, we should get some dust. All right, over here, I'm still trying to get the glow shroom or the glow plant. I cannot get it for the life of me. Like, this is bamboo. This is oxy daisy. We don't want oxy daisies. And then I just have to go keep doing this and wish for the best. So it's a long process, that one. I don't know if we'll ever get that one. Hopefully we will, because we're going to need glowstone, but I guess the only option would be to go into the nether and just get glowstone. So with all that being said, we still have the red wheat here. So you can see the light level right here is 12 and 11. So we're still good here. I can get rid of these little lights that are in like these on the sides, and that gets rid of some of the light, but this grows fine. And you can see we got some lapis coming down the pipe, so that works out great. So that's that. And in here I have done nothing. So I've been working on that play. I've been working on that room forever, guys. I mean, you would think that over time we would have everything done by now, but this pack, I literally watch YouTubers and they're like flying through the pack, and I'm like, I have no idea how you guys are flying through the pack. I really don't. So kudos to them, but we're gonna do it the best that we can. All right. So today what I wanted to try to get done, at least get started if we can, is I want to get into making our first really active power, I should say, and using our plants that we have in there as our fuel source. And one of the things that it has in here, if we go in here, I think it's under, is it this one? Yeah, it's right here. So if we go down here, it actually wants us to go into combustion, make a combustion chamber. And this is basically a little machine that allows you to take in fluids, and it produces combustion, basically, right? Like energy. So that's what we want to get into. It actually gives you some rewards here to make some other stuff. And then the way, if you read this, it says the quest line here diverges as you can either work towards refining oil directly, later utilizing bees and fluid drills, which we'll probably do, Alternately, you can renewably create biodiesel now, depending on your preference. I think we're going to do the biodiesel route because we got all the stuff in there for it. So we're going to try to make this combustion chamber. I've already saved most of the stuff up here that we need to make. So we're going to try this. The one thing that we do need though, and I thought we got it as a quest reward, but I don't see it anywhere, is we need to make a TNT. So let's get into TNT, and it requires gunpowder, which can be made from coal dust and redstone, unless we go kill some mobs, right? Or you can do a crusher. A compressor does flint. We could make a compressor. And actually, let's go back to this. What is this? Propellant cane. Molecular transformer. We don't want to do that. Centrifuge, dungeon, of course. We could go kill some mobs. Charcoal, sulfur dust, niter. We don't have any of that stuff. And then over here, we just have gunpowder, stock, coal, and then UU matter. So this is probably going to be our best bet here. And we don't have either one of these machines, do we? A crusher. So I guess our best bet then would be to go and try to find some mobs and kill them. I do know that over in the city that there was some spawners that were the creepers. All right, guys, it's the middle of the night. I actually got just a little bit of gunpowder. I think we got 6 or 7. Did get some bones though, so we can make some bone meal, and that's about it. But it's dark and my armor is about shot. You can see I went through quite a bit of battles in order to get that. I almost died. That's why I'm headed back. I didn't even put the waystone down because I don't really see a need to go back there. We got all the chests and everything. It would just be to fight mobs, but you know, we could probably make a little mob room over here, and there's plenty of mobs. You can see them on the radar if we ever needed to come out here. It's just the creepers. There is a basement over there, and oh god, and the creepers seem to spawn in that lower level a lot. So that's why I wanted to go over there, see if they were still there. They were, but most of the ones I got were actually on the roof, believe it or not. All right, so we're gonna head back in here and try to make this, and we should be able then to take just a bunch of iron and drop it on the ground and then light the TNT, and the TNT will turn the iron into compressed, I guess it's compressed iron is what we need. So let's drop this all here, and then let's put the TNT down right beside it, and let's put the lever right beside it, and then I'm pretty sure that's how you make this, right? Make compressed iron. Yeah. All right, so I thought that's what it was. All right, so let's do this, and hopefully we get, I know there's a chance that you don't get it all back. So how much did we get back? We got 36. That's actually pretty good. I feel like we got, I don't remember how much I don't remember how much we put down, but that works. All right, so let's take this over here. Let's put this in there, put that in there. That actually unlocked something, didn't it? Unlocked, oh, we did get an ender pearl, so it did give us a god forged pearl, some gem dust, that, and some more ender pearls. Cool. And then under pressure, this is we're gonna have to work on this. I don't know if we'll get to that today, but we're gonna try to get to the pressure chamber. But that's gonna give us observe a creeper in the wild. Yeah, we did that. So we need to make this combustion chamber, and I got all that stuff ready for it. So let's go in here, let's put all this stuff away that we had, this enchantment book and all these blocks, that and that, and everything else. That's good, and we'll put that in there. All right, so we need to make this machine, and in order to make that machine, we need to make a bunch of this stuff. So we need to make some copper, so we make some of these things. I think we needed 12 of those. Actually, I made too many. And then that's going to make the wire, so let's make one of those, right? And then we're going to need to make one of these, right? We've made this before. We should probably get into steel. We really need to get into steel manufacturing. So let's go into this. What do we miss? Are we missing those copper? Okay, let's get rid of this like that. And then let's take our cables, which I believe are in here. No, where did we put our I might have used all our cables. Put that in there. All right, so we got our refined iron. Let's put that in there. And then the only thing that we were missing was the refined iron. So that gives us our combustion chamber. All right, so this is an electrodynamics machine, so it's not an IC2 machine. Let's just put this right here for right now. I just want to see it. All right, so that's a cool looking machine. I don't know anything about it, but I do know that it takes fluid to run and it produces stuff, right? So that's cool. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm pretty sure we unlocked some stuff on that, right? So that's going to give us the fluid tank, the slabs, and a multimeter block, which I don't know if we need that. And then we need to make this Feast of Yeast. So that's going to take a thermopneumatic processing plant. I think we need 2 of these if I remember correctly, in a yeast culture bucket, and that's going to give us a sink. I think we need a sink anyways, to like another sink, because I don't think we can get this otherwise. Yeah, I don't think we can. So can we make this like right now then? If we put all this stuff in there, that, and that, this is what we need. So do we have enough to make this? We just need the pressurized tubes, all right? So to make the pressurized tubes, we need one of those. That gives us 8 pressurized tubes. So we do have enough to make this. There's 1. All right, so we have 1. So let's put this here, right? So this requires pressure, but I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that it already runs at a 50, somewhere I thought it told on here. It automatically runs at a 50, between 50 and 60 or 20 and 60. So to make this, does it show recipes there? That's what we want to look at. So let's go in here. We're trying to make yeast culture, right? So we need to find the one that says yeast. And I believe it's the one that uses seeds. And it should be right here. So this makes ethanol yeast culture. We need one that makes the yeast culture though, right? So does any of these make the yeast culture? So water, and this makes a yeast culture. Water. Oh, so this is the one that needs mushrooms. Oh, okay. So this is the one. So we're going to need to make another sink. So let's go in here and get rid of all this. Boop. Wait, we got quest reward, right? We just need the yeast culture bucket. Crap. So yeah, we need to make another sink. Unless we just put some buckets of water in there. Would that work? If we just put buckets of water in there with some mushrooms? So if I put this in here, right? Can I click on this with our buckets of water? No, this waterlogged it. Yeah, it works. All right, cool. So that puts some water in there. All right, we'll do some more water and put some more water in there. All right, so it's actually working. There it is. Required temperature 30 to 60 and we're at 56. We're fine. So this is actually working and this is going to give us yeast culture. That's awesome. All right, so that's going to take a little bit of time though, isn't it? All right, so can we make another one of those real quick? Just curious. Because we're going to have to make 2 of these. Did we have this? Yeah. So did we have enough to make another one of these? We do. All right. So if we put this one here and we take that yeast culture out and put it into here. So we need our fluid pipes. Where do we put our fluid pipes? These are mechanical, which is fluids, right? So that's going to take, do we have to set this? Do we have to set this up though? Like outputs? It doesn't appear so. So that made us, so we're almost already there, aren't we? So let's grab this out first. We'll grab this out with our bucket first and then we'll pump it into this. We can go ahead and put our pipes up though, like that. So that's going to pump the yeast culture into this machine, right? And then the yeast culture with our, let's see here, with our melons produces ethanol. Do we want to do melons or do we actually use the seeds? It doesn't really, it just says seeds here, right? Nothing turns into vegetable oil. So any seed? No, it looks just like actually any seed. So any seed turns into vegetable oil. Then why would we need, I guess it doesn't matter then, does it? So we could just go, we can just put our watermelons in there. And that's gonna give us ethanol, and ethanol can get pumped into this, right? And that's, whoops, we don't want that. Yeah, let's see, let's go like this. Yeah, but we're gonna need to make a sink, but they're gonna give us a sink once we get a whole full bucket of this out. So that's what we're waiting on. There we go. All right, so we got the sink, or we got that quest reward done. So we got this, and that's going to give us some brown mushrooms, which we already have mushrooms. And we got a sink, which is what we needed. So that's going to give us vegetable oil or an ethanol bucket, and that's going to give us some more crop fertilizer. And then vegetable oil is optional, which gives some fluid pipes. Let's go ahead and, all right, let's put the sink down then. So the sink needs to sit, we'll redo this later. Sink needs to sit there. That needs to go like this, right? And then we need our configurator wrench. What did we do with that? Did we put it up here? Yeah, it's up here. All right, so we got our configurator wrench, and we're going to pull water out of there, and that's going to go into there. Now, that's going to continuously make this stuff. Now, we guess we could speed these up, but I think it needs power. We have a warning here. 3 of 6 block faces are exposed to the air, which waste heat. Ensure no neighboring blocks are air blocks to insulate. So does it need heat underneath then? Heat. The machine requires or produces heat. Heat can be applied by placing a block that generates heat next to the machine. Think of the vortex tubes and torches very low. To cool down the machine, remove heat. Okay, so we could probably put like a campfire underneath it maybe would be a thing. So we need to configure that. Oh, Jesus. All right, so we didn't want to do that at all. So let's go like this. There. So that threw that crap into here, right? So that put the yeast culture in there. So in here, what happened? Oh, wait, put our mushrooms back in there. Actually, put all the mushrooms in there. All right, so in here, we need to go get some, or we actually already have them. We need to put these in there, and that's going to make the ethanol, right? Pretty quickly, actually. Yeah, that makes ethanol, but not like super fast. It's only making 10 per. It's not a lot, is it? Yeah, that doesn't run extremely fast. Let's click this. All right, let's put that in there. Click that, and that should shut it off, right? It saved it. All right, let's put this in here, there, and then let's grab our garden. All right, let's put this in here. Turn it on. And there's our garden. All right, cool. So let's go in here. We have cactus in here. We have a couple of cactuses, actually. Let's grab that. And let's go back out here. We should probably just make another furnace. Probably be smart to do that. Let's grab that. Let's grab that. That's going to make us our green dye. So that, and then we should have everything. I think we have a circuit. We need 2 circuits. How many circuits do we have in here? Oh, we don't have any circuits, do we? Okay, well, let's go ahead and make some circuits while we're sitting here. Redstone, refined iron. So what are we missing? Anything? So more copper cables. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's put, looks like we have enough to make actually some copper cables. So let's go ahead like this. And yeah, we have enough to make copper cables. Do 6. All right, put that in there. Make another one of these. Boom. So there's 2 circuits. And then here's our 4 die. Put our 4 die in there, and now we should have everything. We're gonna need to make the machine block. Do we have enough? We don't have enough. Crap. Oh my God, this iron situation is gonna kill us. I'm gonna have to like leave this, like literally like run it. So where's all, let's get rid of all this. I don't have enough for that, guys. That's all the iron I have. Like, oh, we had some iron. Poop. We had iron. Let's put that in there. Let's put that in there. Let that cook. Okay, so is this thing still doing anything? So it's burning through the ethanol. Can we put that lever on this to turn it off and on? Is that a thing? So if I go like this, no. So if I put a switch on the top, does it work? No. So it just does output. All right, so that makes sense. All right, so it's just burning right now. I mean, we could, we ran out of these, so it's just burning through the yeast culture. I guess this is going to get a backflow of yeast culture, which would be fine. That's 4. All right, slowly but surely, we got 4 of those. All right, we got this done. Let's do this. Let's end this episode like right now. All right, let's get this. We need that. Got that. Make this machine block. One of those, bam, done. And then we should be able to make this energy cube, bam. All right, so, oh, we forgot to make these first. Let's make these things first. 1, 2, there we go. Got these and that. And then we should be able to make this energy cube, bam. All right, cool. So we got this energy cube. And then I think you can just set this like right here. Yep, there we go. So there we go. So we're making 1.6 thousand RF basically a tick. We can, it's inputting 350 RF a tick, so it's going to store quite a bit. So this is going to continue making. I went ahead and put a barrel on here just to see if this works. It does work. And then we'll just do the same thing over here with the mushrooms. Doesn't go through mushrooms very fast. I think what we'll do is, since these aren't that expensive to make, I think I'll make like 2 of these. I got to see which one's backlogging, because this is the one that backlogs, right? So we make a lot of yeast. We just don't make a lot of the ethanol, or maybe we do. I don't know. I'll have to see how I'll have to see the ratio on this, but this does produce quite a bit of electricity. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and take a picture of that. Let's get our thing away. We got some power going on here. We'll take a picture of it this way. Boop. All right, cool. All right, guys, that's all we're going to do today. I'm going to work on the iron and the copper plants, and I might set up a whole new farm for those. We'll see. I just need a crap ton of iron right now, so maybe it is worth going into the nether and seeing if we can get a lot more ores. That might be the solution. Or yeah, I think that's going to be the only solution, because if we do the mystical agriculture or agriditions, I think is what it's actually called. If we go that route, I think you need like a tier 3 seed, and we're nowhere near that. I think you need like UU matter to do that. So thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave some comments, anything you want to do, and then I will see you in the next episode.